Hi guys, today we're here with Keri-anne Payne, open water swimming legend, Olympic silver medalist, former world champion, three-time Olympian, and we're going to be chatting to her about her career, about training, technique, and her swimming going forwards. So you're thinking about the kind of swimming that you do now and the kind of the training that you do now, but have you ever thought about going into cold water swimming?
Everyone automatically assumes because I did open water swimming that I am really good in the cold. And I think it's because I'm British. So everyone assumes that because we live in Britain, it's cold all the time, which it is. But we essentially, in the marathon, the 10K World Series, we chased the sun around the world. If races were less than 16 degrees, they were cancelled. And if they were anything under 19, we moaned essentially for the whole time because we thought it was too cold. So I'm actually a warm weather girl, if I'm being completely honest. So cold water swimming kind of terrifies me, but in a really exciting way. It's something that I am keen to do. If you'd asked me 5 years ago, I would have said absolutely not interested in it, because my idea of swimming in the cold meant that I would lose so I have Raynaud's, which means that my hands go really, really white and I lose the feeling in them. And these were my tools. So my assumption was that because I was losing the feeling in my hands, I wouldn't be able to swim anymore. And when I was competing, that seemed like an important thing. So I was never really keen on doing that. However, since then, I know that cold water swimming has so many amazing benefits, and I am really excited to do it, but it does scare me a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But I am excited in a really kind of, I'm really nervous, and I can't believe I just said this out loud way. I really do want to see how it goes.
So, what do you think about when you're swimming long distances?
What do I think about? Anything. Anything and everything, and dinner, and what I'm going to have when I get home, and what I'm going to do for Christmas. It's David's birthday soon, or whatever. Literally anything and everything. My brain moves around quite a lot.
And now we get to the perennial question for all swimmers, and especially for open water swimmers. How do you stop your goggles from steaming up?
So there's two routes that you can take with this one. And I spent my whole life dealing with foggy goggles. The first one, and I only realized this a couple of years ago, was that when you mess with the goggles, they start to fog up, is what I found recently. So if I put my goggles on and I didn't touch them again, essentially, for the session, they would usually be okay. But as soon as I took them off my head and down and up and down and up and down, and they got water in them, that's when they would start fogging up. So one thing I would say is put them on, leave them, don't touch them again. Having said that, if you're warm, the water's cold, there's always going to be something happening. So you're always going to have to try and deal with fogging. So how I used to counteract that when I was swimming and even when I was racing is it sounds really ridiculous, but it's how I worked for me. I would literally put a few drops of water in my goggles and enough so that when I turned not too much, that when I turned my head, I didn't get any water in my eyes specifically, just a drop or two. And essentially they'd act like windscreen wipers. So I would be swimming along and then I'd just do that, and then they would clear them, and then I could see where I was going again, and then I'd just do that. And actually during some 10Ks, I would almost have to make a moment and just stop so I could get a bit of water in. Sometimes I got the right amount, sometimes I got too much, I had to stop again, which is really annoying. But it was a massive thing, and I know that it annoys a lot of people. So give those a go.
So, if you want more technique and training advice than Keri-anne, get a copy of Out to Swimmer every month, where she's our regular training and technique writer, or head over to straightlineswimming.com, her website, for more coaching and teaching information.